So Sheree Zampino thinks Kyle Richards needs to sit down somewhere. And Lisa Milan and Chanel Ayan from the Real Housewives of Dubai think that Phaedra Parks has no place in Dubai on their show. Oh yes, we're about to get into it and how Chanel Ayan cursed Phaedra Parks out. Oh, baby, she cussed out, okay? So we're going to get into all of that as well. But before we do so, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell button, and let's get into this thing. So let's talk about Sheree and Kyle first, okay? Because you guys know on this channel, we are avid lovers of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. In particular, since we got Miss Mama Garcelle on there and since Sheree has joined as a friend. I mean, the franchise was already great, but now that you add flavor to it like this, you know we are tuned in, tapped in, and turned on, okay? So with that being said, Sheree Zampino recently did an interview with our boy David Yontef from Behind the Velvet Rope, okay? And she says that I like Kyle, but sometimes I think Kyle needs to sit down somewhere, you know? She says that, you know, because Kyle has been on the show for so long, she's kind of prone to acting like the moderator even when her input is not needed. Okay, so for instance, Sheree says there was a scene with Diana and Sutton. Why are you even there? Okay, and this is me speaking, but y'all remember that scene where Kyle was tossing Sutton around like a rag doll? That's the one we're talking about. Sheree says sometimes you need somebody to come in and be a moderator. And I mean, she's got the experience, the knowledge, and the information, but it's not always necessary. We don't always need a moderator, okay? Now, speaking on her friendship with Garcelle, she did admit to feeling some level of concern due to the way that many friendships on reality TV, especially this show, have ended in the past. She says, I've definitely thought about that for sure, but I don't put a lot of energy into it. You know, she said that they have a strategy for staying on good terms. She says, I try to live in the moment and for us to always, you know, be in communication, because in this space, I could do something that's offensive to her. She could do something that's offensive to me. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Let's deal with it. Let's deal with it in real time. Now, with regards to the upcoming issues that happened with Kathy, Sheree says her and Garcelle had the good sense to take their butts to bed, so they don't know how all of this is going to play out. But with regards to Erica Jane cussing out her son, if it had been her son Trey, she says if it would have been a different scene, because I like blackout when it comes to my baby, okay? So I am quite sure, as many other people have stated, it would have been a completely different scene up in that jamboree, because, you know, most people, when they with regards to their kids, you cuss somebody's kids out, they going off. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let me know if you guys agree that Kyle needs to sit down someplace at some point in time, like get into some drama of your own as you have coming up. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that everybody gets involved and moderates Kyle's drama too, baby. Because what's good for the goose has to be good for the gander. So when it's you and your sister Kathy, I hope they are all up in the mix, moderating, conducting panel discussions, you know, writing think pieces on it. I hope they're doing all of that. And maybe, you know, Sutton Strack will be able to toss you back and forth a little bit, you know, to shake you up and shake some sense into you. But you never know. We don't condone none of that over here on this channel. We's just joking. But, you know, y'all know how I felt about that situation. Meanwhile, I digress. Let's talk about Dubai. Let's jet on over from the Beverly Hills into the Dubai. And it's hard to even tell where this whole situation even really, you know, sort of began. You know what I'm saying? But I think it was when, according to our people over at Entertainment Tonight, when Phaedra shared that she was open to a more regular return to Bravo, particularly if it was on the Real Housewives of Dubai. She had said at the time that she was in the process of buying a home in Dubai, and as she develops a CMOS-based vitamin treatment line overseas. So she says, now that is a possibility. That is a strong possibility. You got to run with the people who are obviously running the same purpose and destination. If you get out of the miry clay, honey, you got to stay out of the miry clay. Basically, that's a Bible reference. But I feel like she's talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because, she's been kind of shading them, all right? Shading them down, all right? So, in response to that, Chanel, Ayan, and Lisa Milan, who are stars of the Real Housewives of Dubai, they weren't really thrilled about the idea of Phaedra joining. So Chanel says, I think she needs to find her own show. We are good here. We're good where we are. That's my personal opinion. And then Lisa agreed, basically saying, we love Phaedra. She's nice and stuff, but I think she's more ultimate girls trip and the shows that she's doing. Chanel says, yeah, not ours. Sorry, Phaedra. You can only show up and say hello. That's more than enough. Okay? So, now, word gets back to Phaedra. I'm going to point to you guys to TV Deets. She basically says, listen, what brings in the ratings, honey. Just look at the numbers, all right? And she was responding to their shade. Now, of course, they had said that they were good without Phaedra. But Phaedra says, I like Lisa and I love Chanel Ayan. I didn't hear that, but okay, that's fine. I don't think we have an issue. But then TV Deets also posted the ratings, and I think that season 1, episode 4 episode got the highest ratings outside of their season premiere. So the ratings might kind of speak for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Now, they ain't done too bad in the ratings, but the ratings, this was the second best ratings of the season, which was the episode that Phaedra was on. So, I mean, can you imagine that show with Phaedra on it? Okay, I can. So now there's more because Chanel obviously did not like some things that Caroline Brooks had to say about her in a recent interview. And when Phaedra was asked about it on Dish Nation, Phaedra really couldn't. I mean, it was really about Chanel Ayan having the comprehension of a 5-year-old or something like that. So when they asked Phaedra about it, she got all kind of tongue-tied and didn't really disagree.
These ladies, what do you think about what she said about Chanel?
I know these ladies, and I am a former housewife, so that's just housewife behavior.
Oh my God! So Chanel's not smart as a toddler?
Well, yes.
And so when Chanel Ayan got it in a since deleted tweet, she says to the thirsty ex-housewife, shut the F up. You only met me once for 5 minutes. Let's not make it a Candy situation with the lies. Stop lying like you know me. Hashtag learn your lesson. Hashtag Real Housewives of Dubai. Because in the Dish Nation piece, Phaedra Parks said she knew those ladies. And Chanel Ayan is saying, back it up, then stop. You don't know me like that, okay? You do not know me like that, okay? So let me know. To me, this is making for a real good introduction for Phaedra Parks for season 2. And while I don't necessarily here's the thing. A season 1 of a show is oftentimes difficult because we're just getting to know these characters. But by season 2, we are hopeful that the show picks up steam. And I feel like we're just literally getting into the steam part of, what we are going to be getting from the Real Housewives of Dubai. But I'm not going to lie to you. I do feel like Phaedra Parks would be a good fit for that show. And I do feel like she would add another element of spice to the show, to be quite honest with you. I really do. And I wouldn't mind seeing her on that show in a new situation, interacting with new ladies and getting that commentary from her. But I just need for Phaedra Parks to be as open and transparent as the rest of the cast if she's going to do that. Okay, so that's my take on everything. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next video.